So I finished my first espresso in a quarantine. It was good. Hey guys, it's Alex from European Coffee Trip, and after a while we are not going to film video from this office, but we are going for a trip to our home city Brno, and we'll show you some really cool coffee shops and how they are operate in this very special quarantine mode. So the closest coffee shop from our office is called Rebelbean Vlněna. It's in the office park called Vlněna, and it belongs to the coffee roasters called Rebelbean. And it's actually closest and also one of the biggest coffee shops that I really enjoy working in before I get to the office. So it's not allowed now, but I can still take some coffee to go. So this is how you sell coffee right now. You cannot really go inside of the coffee shop, so you have a protection and you order through window and you get your coffee through the window. So that's the plan for now. 2 cappuccino, prosím. Děkujem. So we have our cappuccino from naturally processed Brazilian coffee. Now I need to unmask myself and have a sip. So Rebelbean, they are really good friends. If you are interested in more kind of behind the scene, I did a podcast with Michal, the founder of Rebelbean, and they were quite active actually figuring out what they can do. And so, you know, inside of the coffee shop, they are actually very busy at the moment because they are preparing lunch boxes. I think 10, 20, 30 every day. And interesting is that they combine it with the meal, dessert and coffee. So it's very popular. I think we order it at least twice a week. There was a lot of fight for no waste or zero waste approach. Now, unfortunately, the coronavirus is not helping because all the coffee need to be served for, you know, takeaway cups. So hopefully it will get better soon. So life is getting back to normal here in Brno, so there are many people on the streets, and one of the last coffee shops that open is Coffee Fusion, where my sister works as a barista, and it means that people are really back in the city center of Brno. How many coffees did you serve today?
Today, like 10 maybe.
It's getting better, but there are so many people on the street already.
Yeah, it's much better than like maybe 2 weeks ago. There was like no one on the street. So
good luck.
Thank you.
Okay,
Have a nice day. Bye.
I haven't seen so many people in the city of Brno since, you know, almost 2 months, when almost every restaurant shop had to close. So it was on 14th of March. Now, after 2 months, we are close to reopening because on 11th of May, they can open the outside seating gardens. And on 25th of May, we can go inside of the coffee shop. So I'm really looking forward to it. Our next stop is Buchta B. It's like half a kilometer, but we can go through a really nice park called Lužánky. So our next stop is Buchta B. That actually started in Glasgow, United Kingdom, but before Brexit happened, they were a little worried and returned to their home city, which is Brno. But they brought really international roaster of specialty coffee roasters and really good vibe. And it's kind of reflection of the founders, because Tom is very outgoing and he really owns the space. And Kačka, on the other hand, is a little bit quiet, but she really loves baking. And because she has a gluten-free diet and a specific diet, so it reflects what they serve at Buchta B. And I'm really going to have one Buchta. What do you think, Radek? So let's take cold brew and Buchta. So we get our cold brew, espresso and 2 Buchtas from Buchta B. And also we met our friends from Komár Kafe. It was actually the cafe that we're supposed to visit next, but unfortunately they are closed on Monday, so we cannot. But we will link the address in the description. So I finished my first espresso in a quarantine. It was good. So we are still close to Park Lužánky, and our next cafe is called Friedrich. It's a very tiny cafe and it's lovely, and they bake really good stuff and serve coffee from La Cabra, so let's check it out. So we ordered coffee from Finca Shumava, which is a coffee farm in Costa Rica, and we ordered it as a filter on ice and also as espresso. Thank you. Another coffee shop we pass on our tour in Brno is Punkt. We don't go for coffee, we just need to buy coffee beans from 50 beans. What is interesting that Punkt, at the beginning of the quarantine when they had to close, they asked the customer to pre-buy vouchers for later use, and that way they were able to generate, I think, over 8,000 euros, what helped them actually to overcome very difficult situation. That's really cool, I think, like they really like their customers. Dobrý den. My si jdeme koupit nějakou kávu na filtr. No, asi Ekvádora vyzkoušíme. So our last coffee shop is called Večerka, and we chose it because they serve really delicious food. So it's our time for lunch. And what I want to show you actually is the ordering system, because it was developed by Creepy Studios in Zlín as a free support for coffee shops and restaurants that needs to have ordering system very quickly, and actually it looks beautiful. So they develop it in a few weeks and it works well and it looks beautiful. So let's order now. Okay, so we are almost there. It's only 100 meters this direction. Okay, so it seems the first queue for the day. Večerka is popular. So while we wait for our order at Večerka, I would like to tell you something about the concept. So they opened at the end of the year 2019, and it's kind of like the new wave of Vietnamese bistros, because it builds on the really strong Vietnamese community in the Czech Republic, where main businesses were actually grocery store. They would be open 7 days a week from the early morning to late evening, and they kind of wanted to make a little joke on it, because the new generation of Vietnamese don't want to work as much and they want to have more fun. So they wanted to open a bistro with specialty coffee, with really modern but simple cuisine, and that's Večerka. And we really like the concept, we like coffee and we like food there. Our food is over here, but we order also the Vietnamese coffee in the cold version. They'll be really quick, and also espresso and tonic. So it'll be our last coffee before we get really delicious food. Okay, so we got our coffees. Both are cold. This is a modern Vietnamese coffee. It's really sweet and intense. And this is espresso and tonic with a pink tonic and coffee roasted by the barn in Berlin. And the most important part, we have our lunch. So look at that. Wow. Okay, so now it's time to take out our protection masks, drink our coffee, finish our lunch and get back to work. So we are back in the office. It was so nice to see so many of our friends being back in the business of running a coffee shop and serving coffee to people, and also to see so many people in the street. So if we don't think about the protection masks, things look quite normal. And when we checked 29 coffee shops that we had in our guides, already 28 of them are opening, and very soon they can open their gardens, and by the end of May they can also open fully. So that's really exciting news, and I hope that many countries and cities will follow soon, so we can start traveling again and make more coffee videos for you on this channel. So if you want to see more of it, please subscribe to our YouTube channel. I'm looking forward to see you very soon. Bye bye.